don't believe the hype of this world.
Mm.
Because the reality of it is way better than our opinions about it.
Yeah, truly. Oh, okay, there we are. Hi. Okay, everybody. Well, first off, yesterday was Glen's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So let's sing a happy birthday to Glen.
Oh.
Happy birthday to you.
Me.
Happy birthday to
Me.
you. Happy birthday, dear Glen.
Me.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, it truly is. Truly is. It's the magical 58, ladies and gentlemen. The magical 58. I may actually grow up. Who knows? Jury is still out on that.
So
I have
do you
been.
want to share?
Well, as I'm wont to do on birthdays, I really like to have fun on my birthday. Do you have fun on your birthday? You do special things on your birthday. You go out to eat really rich food, and you probably maybe drink a little bit too much. That's what I did on my birthday. So I'm feeling a little bit nauseous and under the weather today. Well, actually, I'm not under the weather. I feel like the weather's like, I don't know.
The weather's great.
The weather's great. So I'm not under it. I feel like I'm being blown about by the weather, actually, a victim of the weather.
I am not the victim of the
weather I see. That is correct. So we're gonna take it down a notch.
We're gonna take down
in the spirit of Shauna giving us beautiful, relaxing music.
It was wonderful
to come in to lead into this show with. We're gonna keep with that theme and give you a birthday weekend edition of church with a two drink minimum.
Cheers.
Chill
version.
Chill version.
All right.
So
here we go. Welcome to the church with a two drink minimum. Yeah. Welcome to the church with a two drink minimum. We are interfaith, interspiritual, and God optional. So relax and get ready for a celebration. Welcome to the church with a two drink minimum. One more time now. Welcome to the church with a two drink Thanks, Shauna, for putting
doggies.
We got our sorrel tea. And
there's nothing in it.
That was last night.
Woo! Happy birthday to me! Oh my God!
But on top of that, we went to our favorite Chinese Szechuan place, and we haven't eaten there in a really long time. And the food is ultra spicy.
It's really spicy
and very
really rich. So I'm like, I'm full of like really, really rich food that we never eat, because it's like, oh my God. And there's a reason why we don't eat that rich food. There's a real reason for that. It's like, and why would we? So we are really grateful for Grand Szechuan for cooking my meal, and that's what we're doing today. Glad you're here for.
Well, it's a beautiful day. We had a wonderful time in the sanctuary this morning.
Oh my gosh.
Erica Joy West just really opened our
out
hearts.
of the park.
Yeah, she just really opened our hearts. And It was so beautiful, and we stayed for a really long time. And Tawanda's hosting of the sharing time was just lovely, and we got to listen to your inquiry today, Shauna, and we really appreciated that. It was just a lovely day. We were relaxing here on the couch and just having a really good time.
Forced relaxation.
But I am going to pick up the pace just a tad to do a new sing-along, which many of you, I hope, know. It's Ricky Byers' Beckwith song that I really, really, really love. And
it's sung in Unity churches a lot.
It's sung in Unity churches a lot, yeah. And
so you may recognize it from there. But
so we'll just go for it. How's that? Here we go.
Sing if you want.
Sing along if you know it.
You know it.
There was a time in my life when I thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you've got to let it go. Let it all go. And this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. At my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Will I release and I let go? I let the Spirit run my life. My heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. In my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit, 'cause I'm only here for God. Yes, I am free in the Spirit, 'cause I'm only here for God.
We saw you singing along.
Yay!
I know. What are you here for? What are your goals? Right?
Only here for God.
Only here for God. So what are we?
There we go. Okay, we had to switch microphones. Hey,
There
Connie.
Hey. Say hi to Jacqueline for us.
Say hi to Jacqueline for us. We know
Okay.
she's busy today.
Okay.
Oh, goodness. Wow.
I know. So, like, we're goals. We talk about that a lot. We talk about that a lot here. It's like, why do you do what you do? Why do you do anything? Really? Do you have an intent for your life? Do you have an intent or a goal for your relationships?
Yeah.
Right. What do you do when you don't reach the? What do you do if you don't reach the goal? I mean, or you're like fail, or like it's skills building, right?
Yeah.
We need to try and move in the direction and not be afraid of not getting it perfect or right or even like correct, because the truth is it's always correct.
Yeah.
I have what I need right now to do what is mine to do next. And it's a direction. It's a journey. It isn't the goal. It isn't an arrival, is it? The arrival is constant. Being here, being now. I'm already where I need to be. It's not in the future. It's not, I didn't bring, the past didn't bring me here. There is only now. And so we're going to talk about that today, and about how we can get off track and what tempts us out of the moment. What tempts us to like leave and like, do you ever scare yourself out of the moment? or
I actually have done that. Yes, today, actually. I mean, and that's something that I kind of do to myself, I realized, as we've been studying these last few lessons and this message that you're giving today. It's been very profound for us. And also, checking in this morning with the homily, that was really helped me see this too, is that I do scare myself out of the moment. It's like, thinking about what if this happens, what if this happens,
or shouldn't be this way,
or shouldn't be this way, or whatever like that. And when I go down that train, it just, it's I'm on a roller coaster. It's and then I'm like, oh, what did I just do to myself?
So one of the main metaphors, and of course the miracles, is the prison.
Oh,
right.
She
so
does use
we're
that
we're very familiar with. She says over and over and over again that you're in a prison of your own making. Would you just, and you have the key, would you just open the door and walk out, please? You could. You you built the prison, you have the keys and everything like that, and we sit in our own prison and are mad about it. Okay? And so she says, so she does something interesting. She says we put bars, we block the door, the exit, right? The door into the moment. We block the door with blocks and chains.
Wow.
We barricade the door to the moment with boards and chains.
Wow, really? She said that?
Yeah,
that's so
in this
lesson you're gonna
in this lesson.
Interesting.
So, and as a metaphor for guilt,
right,
and shame,
right,
and unhealed trauma.
Yeah. Yes.
Right. Our unhealed parts of ourselves.
Yes.
We actually use that to as a bar for the moment, to get into this moment. And so the only way to get into this moment is through our own healing.
Yeah.
So the being present actually brings the healing. That's the really wonderful thing, how ethical and simple this all really is. The Course says over and over and over again, this Course is very simple. And your efforts to not make it simple's the problem.
I love it. She says, this Course is very simple. However, I'm going to use obtuse language for you for 600 pages. So.
669 pages, And I'm gonna speak at you this is a simple language, and I'm gonna talk to you in iambic pentameter for 669 pages, and you're gonna love it.
And I do. And it is actually, the more you read it, the more simple it becomes.
Phrasing, the phrasing and the words and the stuff that she used. So I want to make so when we do the lesson today, I'll make a specific a point of saying, pay attention to her language this time around, because it's really very interesting. The words that she uses, words she chooses to use, and like what kind of like digs it makes at our own thinking. Polite little like digs and undercovers, like lifting up the log and seeing the decay. Seeing death and decay.
That's
and not being afraid of it, going, I'm actually choosing this. I'm creating the prison. I'm putting the bars over the door. I'm doing it all. I can undo it all. The good news is I created my own suffering, and I can undo it. So that's really, really good news. Especially when you're on your birthday weekend, when you're not feeling very well. You know that you're not feeling very well forever. It's not going to be forever, and I did it to myself. Okay, I did it. There wasn't anybody,
Connie, it's his birthday weekend. He had his birthday yesterday, and we partied a little too much, so now he's a little like, ooh.
No, I don't. I've never partied too much. Have you ever partied too much?
Just a little bit.
I had some bicob before we got on to the show today. I had my little bicob,
Feel better
just
now?
Feeling a little bit better now. Boy.
All right, well, let's actually look at the workbook lessons.
This is
because do you want to start from a few days back?
Yeah, this is
okay.
Well, a few. We started. Well, lesson 131 is no one can fail who seeks to reach the truth. Right.
That's a few days back.
So this is we talked about direction, moving in a particular direction? What is your intent? What are your goals? So this speaks directly to that. No one can fail
Who seeks to reach the truth.
who seeks to reach the truth.
No one can fail.
Right. So what do you want?
The truth.
What is this for? Right?
Right.
What are your goals? And then she follows that lesson up with, I loose the world from all I thought it was. See, we don't loose the real world. What are we loosing?
The illusion.
My opinion,
Yeah,
right? My opinion. I
illusion.
loose the world from all I thought it was.
Right, exactly.
Therefore, it's free to do what? Be what it is.
Be the real
thing. So I can experience what's real. I like that. And then...
Oh, this is one of my favorite ones. Lesson 133. I will not value what is valueless. Oh, I love
I know,
this.
so...
I will not... I have a song. I will not value what is valueless. I break the chains that I placed upon my mind.
There's the chains again.
Yeah.
So I will not value what is valueless. It speaks directly to, I'm the decision maker.
Yeah.
I'm the decider. She calls it in the Course of Miracles. She calls that function your commander.
Oh, that's right. And then the next lesson, 134, is let me perceive forgiveness as it is.
Yeah.
And I love what she says at the beginning because this is so true. She
says the first paragraph. She does her usual snark. She's gonna lay one out for you. And she
but
says
it's
this.
so true.
It's absolutely
so
true.
Read it. She says, let us review the meaning of forgive, for it is apt to be distorted and to be perceived as something that entails an unfair sacrifice of righteous wrath, a gift unjustified and undeserved, and a complete denial of the truth. In such a view, forgiveness must be seen as mere eccentric folly. And this course appear to rest salvation on a whim. But that's the twisted view of what forgiveness is. I mean, that's kind of...
You did it, and I'm going to be the better person and overlook it.
Yeah,
not punish you for it. But I could. I could. And you should die because of it.
Oh, gosh.
And then she follows it up.
This is today, right?
This is today.
Oh, actually, so yesterday, go back. Your birthday lesson is...
Oh, I know. Let me perceive
forgiveness as it is. How interesting is that?
Yeah. Do you know what your birthday lesson is? Does everybody know
I don't.
what their birthday lesson is?
Don't.
Everybody knows what their birthday lesson is, right?
No.
Nobody does. Nobody does.
I'll have to go find out.
I know. Find out what your birthday lesson is.
It surprises me every year because I tend to forget or whatever.
Your birthday surprises you every year?
The birthday lesson surprises me every year.
Well, I'm always surprised by our birthday too.
It just creeps up on you.
It does.
So today is 135. If I defend myself, I am attacked.
All these lessons are talking about very, very similar, like how do we react to the circumstances of our own lives.
Yeah.
I loose the world from all I thought it was. If I defend myself, I am attacked. I let me see forgiveness
as it is.
I want to see reality. I want to be in reality. I want to be with and deal with what is true and reliable, right? If I defend myself, I'm attacked. Because if you're defending, what do you defend? What it means you've agreed that you're in a battle.
Right.
If you attack,
she says that herein lies the folly of defense. Herein lies the folly of defense. It gives illusions full reality and then attempts to handle them as real.
If you're bad, if you're bad, like the I'm bad belief. If you're bad, you have to find a way to get good.
Yeah.
Find a way to be good, and then somebody can sell you something, right?
Oh, that's tomorrow.
And tomorrow's, we'll skip ahead a little bit.
That's interesting that you just said what you just said, because tomorrow is sickness is a defense against the truth.
Right.
Interesting. Interesting.
So let's
let's
do
well, you know what? Go back to today's lesson one more time. If I defend myself, I am attacked. Let's take that with us into our meditation. Let's see if there's a little prayer down there. I think she has one. All right, there it is. Okay. If I defend myself, I am attacked. But in defenselessness, I will be strong, and I will learn what my defenses hide.
So it's a process. It's that self-inquiry that Shauna does so well.
Yeah, it is. If I defend myself, I am attacked. But in defenselessness, I will be strong, and I will learn what my defenses hide.
So,
all right, so let's take that into our breathing circle of love meditation. Here we go. Breathe with me. As we breathe together, as we co-create this circle of love right here in this sanctuary, we affirm that we are safe and we know that everything works together for our good. And we accept everything that we like and everything that we do not like in this circle of love. We're grateful. We're grateful for this experience that we call life, for the mighty companions we have to share this journey with us, and for the amazing experiences that we have on this journey. Thank you, Sacred Mystery. Blessed be. Just to say a day. Just to say a day. Adenila nadana. Adenila nadana. Juga 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 echo verse. Juga, 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 echo verse. Juga, echo verse. The knowledge of the universe is right before my very eyes. The knowledge of the universe lives and breathes and sings and sighs. The love that is life, the sacred mystery is here to guide me home. My soul is free. A death to say a death. A death to say a death. Adenila
just to say a death. Just to say a death. Adenila Nadanahat. Adenila Nadanahat. Juga, 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 Egoves. Juga, 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 Egoves. Juga, Egoves. All honor to the mysteries, whose attributes cannot be described. No end and no beginning. The dimension of the limitless. Love that is life. The sacred mystery is here to guide me home, where my soul is free.
Love that.
There we go.
Keeping it chill.
Thank you, Connie.
Keeping it so chill.
Just chill. Let's see. We have some
get
comments in the chat here. Oh, we're saying hi to Ellen and Cindy. And hey, everybody. Yay. We're so glad you're here. It's awesome. Okay.
So, you can read the course in a year if you read 12.8 pages a week.
How about that?
No. Little information for you.
Somebody told me that.
Once upon a time.
So,
So what we like to do around these parts is take a look at that 12.8 pages and see what it says according to, so we can read the course every year. And what's fun is that the lessons track with the text.
Yeah.
So if you're reading the text and doing the lessons, you really get this double whammy. I think it's a really rather incredible. And we're on right now the part of the course that's chapter 13. Yesterday was Friday the 13th.
Oh, Friday, yeah, it was. That was
Friday
cool.
13th.
I remember that.
We're on
yeah.
chapter 13. Mm-hmm. This is like 13 paragraphs in it.
Mm.
But chapter 13 is called The Guiltless World.
Mm.
Now we're going to spend a couple of weeks here, at least 2 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks on this chapter because it's one of the largest chapters in A Course in Miracles.
Wow.
So what do you think one of the largest chapters in A Course in Miracles wants to talk to you about and help you to understand and get a principle across that you're going to be working with? What do you think she wants to mostly talk about?
You're innocent.
Well, true, but it's the biggest obstacles to your awareness of love's presence.
Yeah.
What do you think she's going to tell you your biggest obstacle to the awareness of love's presence is?
Well, apparently guilt.
Your belief in the past.
Belief in the past. Oh,
So,
okay, yeah.
this chapter, The Guiltless World, is about the past.
Oh, right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's
about how you deal with the past, about how you deal with the story you told yourself about how you got here.
Yeah.
So, this is called The Guiltless World, and we're going to look at section 2. Told you this is a huge chapter.
Yeah.
So we're going to look at section 2. This is guiltlessness and invulnerability. All right. So she's going to connect for us. What does your safety and guilt, how are they connected? like the guilt for the world, the way the way things should be different. You're not perfect. You didn't do it right. Somebody else is wrong, right? How do we do this, and how is that related to the past? Because this whole chapter is about the past. All right. So read this part for us.
I will, but first let's go back into the room. As you guys know, we flip back and forth, and we want to make sure. Oh,
I love your look, Yolanda.
Thank you.
Oh no, she's
That's
got a
so
good
cute.
look today.
That's very
I
cute.
say, oh yeah, the colors today are black and red. Okay, so in case you were wondering what to wear, it's black and red. The colors today are black and red.
Anyway, what I wanted to say to y'all is, if you have comments and questions or whatever, please put them in the chat. We will be flipping
Going
back and forth. We had a great discussion on Wednesday night with Arizona about these particular principles, and we had such great insight together. So if anything pops up for you, please do let us know. So I'm going to start here. And it says, earlier I said that the Holy Spirit shares the goal of all good teachers, whose ultimate aim is to make themselves unnecessary. Isn't that awesome? Oh my God, that's just so powerful.
I know. I want you to be dependent on your inner nature, not the inner nature that you find outside
Somebody
of ourselves.
else. Yeah.
Right?
Okay, the Holy Spirit wants only this. For sharing the Father's love for his Son, he seeks to remove all guilt from his mind that he may remember his Father in peace.
All right. So we got two goals there. You hear the goals?
Removing guilt from your mind.
And?
Remembering your Father.
Well,
remembering
that would be so we can remember our Father. The other goal would be to not need a teacher.
Oh, to not need a teacher.
To be the
the
teacher.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. In the strange world that you have made, the Son of God has sinned.
Right. Yeah. So this is about
in the strange world that you have made.
The strange world. She calls this a strange world.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's going to do a contrast here between the Holy Spirit, our inner teacher, our true nature, will teach us everything that you are. Right. She says, I will teach you everything that you are. This is about integration, right? This is about togetherness, everything that you are, one being, right? I will teach you who you are. And it says, I will teach you the removal of guilt.
Wow. Yes.
I will teach you how to teach peace. The method will be through teaching peace, right? So what's the goal? The goal is to experience our blamelessness.
Right. And
she says we have the same blamelessness that Jesus Christ did or does. So she's really poking it because you are just as blameless as Jesus Christ was. Will you accept that? This is it's talking directly to our authenticity as the child of God. Your authenticity, who you really are. Be that. Be who you are. And she's contrasted it with the strange world. The strange world is one where you can break God. The strange world is one where you can sin and get it wrong. The strange world has retribution in it, right? You have to be. So we're talking about competitive culture, scarcity, brokenness, being separate. That's what retribution's all about. Somebody gets it wrong and then you punish them. And she says that in this strange world are black clouds of guilt. So it's a cloudy world too. Stormy with black clouds of guilt.
Yeah.
Right?
It's strange and stormy.
It's strange and stormy. And she says this hides reality. Well, of course it does.
Yeah.
Of course it does.
Yeah.
Black clouds would hide reality. The reality of your being the child of God and being a blameless instrument of peace, right? And she gives us, and she says the warning here is very clear. Do not place your identity in the world. Do not place your identity in material objects. Do not place your identity in something with a beginning and a middle and an end that decays and dies. It's kind of hard because we have names associated with our identities. You know, we actually recognize people by their bodies. You know, so we have a language actually that does the opposite of this.
Yeah.
You know, so it's good to catch yourself in like what your goals are, what's the meaning or the direction behind your words. So read this next bit.
I am. Let's check the
room.
Chat in the room. See if we have anything.
Good.
Wait. There we go. Nope. Okay.
Yep.
Keep going. All right. So you may be tempted to wonder how you can be guiltless. You have sinned in the past, but there is no past. Always has no direction.
I know. I want that on a T-shirt. Always has no direction.
What do y'all think about that? That's cool, right? Always has no direction.
And you're always okay.
Right. As long as you believe the Son of God is guilty, you will walk along this carpet. She's talking about a magic carpet, which you're going to... You should show that picture, actually.
The image for today is a magic carpet.
It's a magic
so
carpet,
I'm going to talk about... We're going to talk about the past and the future as a magic carpet, you know. So,
and she says time seems to go in one direction, but when you reach its end, it will roll up like a long carpet spread along the past behind you and will disappear. So as long as you believe the Son of God is guilty, you will walk along this carpet believing that it leads to death, and the journey will seem long and cruel and senseless.
For so it is.
Yeah. In that perspective, in that frame of mind. The journey the Son of God has set himself is useless indeed, but the journey on which his Father sets him is one of release and joy.
So you're going on a journey.
Either way.
We don't choose the curriculum. We choose only the time that we want to take it.
Yeah.
Right. So you're going on a journey. Where you want, how long you take it, how long is totally up to you. It can be one of, it can be one that's long and cruel and senseless. Our life can be long and cruel and senseless. Or we can have a life that expresses, it's full of release and joy. Release and joy. So the useless journey versus the journey of release and joy.
Right.
The useless journey is one of guilt and shame, or in regular language, people-pleasing, go-alongism. It's basically being unconscious.
Right.
And so these black clouds of guilt we have on this journey are, we simply put anxiety, depression, obsession, and she calls the useless journey a magic carpet. And she calls time is this magic carpet.
Yeah.
The journey of time is a magic carpet. Because the truth is, there is no past. There is only present. Right. So the journey of release and joy is where you can't be hurt. Okay, because I'm not a body.
Right.
I'm not finite. My release and joy, I have safety here, right? So release and joy means I don't have guilt and shame. Okay, she says that guilt and shame will not touch you. Touching, right? So if we're talking about physical experiences, guilt and shame will not touch you.
Wow.
So our Holy Spirit and our true nature stands at the end of time. Or just get off the magic carpet. Get off the carpet and you're in the moment. The process of this journey of release and joy, releasing what isn't us to experience the joy that is us. Joy is our default setting. She says this journey undoes guilt and shame. Okay, so the way we're speaking about it now, it's healing the past trauma that we're still acting on in this moment by getting on the carpet and trying to make the future better or trying to fix the past. Right. So release and joy and time as a magic carpet. So don't get on the magic carpet, no matter how tempting it is. And we are tempted to leave this moment, right? So read this next bit.
Let's go check the chat and check. Oh, there's some comments in the chat there.
Cool. Hi, everyone. Hey, George.
Hi, George.
Glad you're here.
Oh, thank you, George. All right. Okay. You will see me as you learn the Son of God is guiltless,
Uh-huh.
for everyone is seeking to escape from the prison he has made.
There's the prison metaphor.
Yeah. The brightness, for the Son of God is guiltless now, and the brightness of his purity shines untouched forever in God's mind. God's Son will always be as he was created.
Bright and pure.
I am as God
God
created
created
me. I am a light in this world.
I know. So the request here is to see other people as guiltless, and that can be kind of hard when we don't feel guiltless about. We don't feel that about ourselves.
We feel guilty about it.
So,
Yeah.
so that's what she's saying. Look inside. This is where it starts. Okay, so to see others as guiltless. It actually the thing here is to unhook ourselves from time. That is a method for forgiveness, y'all. To unhook from time, from what somebody did from what somebody might do.
Right. See, that's what gets me off. What somebody might do. That's what gets me out of the moment. What somebody might do, you know. Wow.
So unhook from time, because we can do that. She says if you do that successfully, you'll unhook guilt. And she goes, deny your world and judge it not. Right? Deny the world that you see. This is obviously. If I think this is all messed up and it should be different and everything, I'm actually not seeing it. I'm actually not seeing what's actually there, because we're already safe. Because we're not we're concerned about the decay and performance of material objects. She says that's suffering.
Yeah.
You just don't go in that direction. Don't get on the carpet.
Yeah.
So the promise here, if we do this, the experience we will have is one of brightness and purity that will shine forever from us as directly from God's mind. Bright and shiny, pure presence. Your presence as the experience of brightness and purity. That's what she wants to see. So how can we see a guilty, wrong, world, messed up world when we're bright and pure? She says you can't. You're either seeing, you like the song says, you see God in all things, or you don't see God at all. Yeah. So read this next bit.
Let's check the chat. See if anybody. Okay, cool. All right. When you have accepted the atonement for yourself, you will realize there is no guilt in God's Son.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah. For the idea of guilt brings a belief in condemnation of one by another, projecting separation in place of unity.
We have a legal system just like that.
Out of love he was created, and in love he abides. Goodness and mercy have always followed him, for he has always extended the love of his Father. As you perceive the holy companions who travel with you, ta-da-da, awakening together, you will realize that there is no journey but only an awakening.
See, there's
Wow.
that journey is the thing, but it's now.
It's an awakening.
Yeah.
By accepting his purity as yours, learn of him that it is yours.
Right. So the function here, you heard it, didn't you? To accept the atonement for yourself.
Yeah.
And how do we accept the atonement for ourselves? Well, by doing what she is saying. Look within and find out what's there. So guilt brings condemnation by projecting separation. That's the strange world, right?
That's a strange
world. I'm bad, so therefore I know everybody's bad.
Right.
Because I'm bad. I'm horrible.
Oh, what a wicked world.
I know
what a wicked world.
So if you heard the Lord's Prayer,
yeah.
you're not crazy. Surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Right. That's this moment. That's you can't actually abide anywhere else. So accept your purity already. Accept your brightness and purity. And she said that Christ in us is the same. We have the same value. Jesus Christ and us have the same value. So the kind of message here is just don't believe the hype of this world. Because the reality of it is way better than our opinions about it.
Yeah, truly.
So it could be, you could be good. You might make it.
Well, and as she says next, this next line is awesome. You are invulnerable because you are guiltless.
Period.
You can hold on to the past only through guilt.
Okay, there's a good thing. It's like, if that's a hook, right? Can you see that? I monitor my past through an association with guilt. What is guilt doing for me?
Right.
It keeps me mired in the past that cannot be corrected.
Right.
And so now you're it's proving there's nothing to do. It's bad. You're bad. All it does is prove the illusion and try to correct it.
It just keeps you in that loop.
So guilt then
is a way of holding past and future in your mind to ensure the ego's continuity. Continuity, sorry. For God has never condemned his son, and being guiltless, he is eternal.
All right. So there's the guilt. What is it good
Guilt.
for?
What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again. Guilt. What is it good for?
So
Absolutely
the
nothing.
magic carpet here is made of these threads of guilt.
Right.
So it's this trauma about our past, and it's literally the identification with our suffering. And so we tell a story about it, and what happened, and about everything's awful or whatever. And the truth is that you have never been condemned. You're a child of God and beautiful and all that. So the invitation is
You're beautiful and all that.
and all that. I know. I'm just like, oh. So the invitation here is to appreciate eternity. You're immortal because you're eternal. And the always is now. Always, always, always is now. So choose immortality. It's actually reality. And we have trouble seeing that, right? So
the ego teaches you to attack yourself because you are guilty, and this must increase the guilt, for guilt is the result of attack. For attack makes guilt real, and if it is real, there is no way to overcome it. The Holy Spirit dispels it simply through the calm recognition that it has never been. God's Son is guiltless, and being wholly pure, you are invulnerable.
whew,
You are invulnerable, my
it's
love.
the ego's plan. The ego's plan. Guilt means punishment. It means testing everything. This is the culture that we live in, right? The ego's plan. It means testing everything. Attack is salvation. Identity with the ego. Separation. And, man, the method is to attack yourself. The method is there is no escape. The method is the material world is all there is. That's suffering. That's where we, that's the method that we do this in. And the reminder here is guilt really doesn't have any reality. Guilt really has never been. It's something that we manufacture, right? So we can see a guiltless, wholly pure, eternal world. A world that is truly there. We're already okay. And we're trying to fit into an imaginary world of our own making in which we do not fit. So the reality of this moment is absolutely satisfying. It is so satisfying that there isn't anything else to do. The removal of all guilt from your mind to remember who you are. The guiltless world the only thing there isn't anything to be guilty for, right? Because we are as God created us. So the request is to see ourselves and other people as guiltless, and to this magic carpet to just don't get on
it.
don't get on the carpet that says the past needs to be fixed and the future needs to be planned. The present moment here, being who we are as us, is actually the only satisfying thing, the only thing that satisfies. So I'm here to tell you that goodness and mercy will follow you all the days of your life, and you will live in the house of reality forever if you accept yourself as pure and holy as you are, doing what you're doing. I'm Reverend Glen Ganaway. This is the love of my life, Reverend Yolanda, and you're listening to Church with a 2-Drink Minimum, and I am so profoundly nauseous I cannot even tell you.
Bless you. My sweet husband.
I know. Birthday weekend, y'all. Woo! Woo!
Thank you, George. Look, Tika's helping you celebrate.
I know.
Hey, Tika kitty.
Let this be an object lesson for you. If you're 58, take it easy. Glad you're here.
Bless your heart, sweetie.
But yeah,
well, I'm going to share a song with you that I thought was really interesting to share. Let's see what's in the chat. There's a couple of things. Babes.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, that's so sweet of y'all.
This lesson was really important. Was really really impactful.
It was
to me, to us.
It was impactful.
This
all
idea
of
of time, getting out of the moment and into time as a magic carpet. You know, as magical thinking was like, oh, that actually I can like remember that. You know. Was really delicious to think about. Really delicious to think about.
And thank you, Arizona, for your comment. We appreciate that. I don't know. We've just been sitting in this since we were talking about it with Arizona on Wednesday, and I don't know, seeing where the guilt piece of it, you know, the association with guilt and the past. I didn't even know I was doing it a lot of times, you know. Your thoughts my thoughts, just go on. And we've been doing the morning meditations.
Oh, yeah.
Loving your consciousness meditations on Tuesday and Thursday. Yeah. And I don't know, it's begun to help me.
It's begun to have an effect.
Yeah. It's begun to unhook, you know, these thoughts that I just think are normal, but which are actually
there's space.
Guilt.
There's space between, like you can examine the whole entire thought and watch it come and go. You know, watch it come and go and go. Oh, I just don't need to pull that down.
Exactly.
You know, and like let it. You know.
And so the metaphor of getting on the carpet or not, you know, has been very helpful. It's been like, oh, here comes that thought. I don't have to get on that magic carpet and go where that takes me, you know. So it's been very interesting. And so also this week I was going through my old music catalog, and I found this particular song from about 20 years ago, right as Glen and I were meeting. And
I just finished this album when
we met. And the interesting thing to me is, although I wasn't on this specific conscious spiritual journey, there's a lot about this song that really speaks to what we talk about. I'm calling it's called Primal Sensation, and some of the lyrics say, "Trust the revelations of your sensory vibrations." And what I realized what I meant by that at the time was that this was how I was staying in the moment. was to really notice what my feelings were and how to create boundaries and that kind of thing. And while I was learning those things, I met Glen. So, this week I made this really artsy video that I wanted to share with you, and it's a real rousing song. So get prepared and do some chair dancing. Here we go.
Take life by the balls and I make it my own. I follow my heart. This moment is my home. I make love with intensity. Let passion fill my soul. Combine the physical and spiritual. Together makes me whole. Primal sensation, raw inspiration. I trust the revelation of my sensory vibrations, 'cause they lead me on, lead me on, they lead me on, they lead me on. I gotta look at myself, 'cause there's nowhere to hide. I fight my demons 'cause I have to turn the darkness into light. I will achieve success because I'm not afraid to trust the wisdom of my instincts, the feelings in my guts. Primal sensation, raw inspiration. Trust the revelation of my sensory vibrations, 'cause they lead me on, lead me on, they lead me on, they lead me on, yeah. You know, every now and then, you got to trust the wisdom of your sensory vibrations. And you want to know why? Because they make you pretty. Primal sensation, raw inspiration. I got to trust the revelations of my sensory vibration. Primal sensation, raw inspiration. I trust the revelation of my sensory vibration. Primal sensation, raw inspiration.
looks, that's Yolanda in the 90s and the 80s.
Well, no, it was the early 2000s, the 90s and 2000s.
Well,
but anyway.
There's some old ones.
Thank you, everybody. We appreciate it. Now, we are going to be here for the rest of the evening, but we're going to turn the camera off and kind of lay on the couch.
Because I'm nauseous.
Because Glen's having a time. But we love you so much.
I know. I've had a weekend.
Yeah, you've had quite a weekend.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Happy birthday week, Reverend Glen. Oh, so cute. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Bye.